Okay, good day students. My name is Captain V. Ganeshyam and I am a Nautical Science Associate Professor, and the topic for today is Port State Control Inspection. What is safety net? What is a net? What do you do with a fishing net? You catch fish. What do you do with a mosquito net? You sleep under the mosquito net so the mosquitoes don't bite you. Okay, getting back to the safety net, let us go back to International Convention of the IMO, which we already discussed in our previous classes, which is basically all the safety convention, and one which the topic which we are discussing today is Port State Control Inspection, and the next is the conventions of the ILO. ILO means International Labour Organization, and they came with a new convention called Maritime Labour Convention, which was never there in the history of shipping, along with IMO, then which takes care of the well-being of the seafarers. Then we have flag state control. What is flag state control? Basically the flag where the ship is registered. If your ship is registered in UK, United Kingdom, the flag state control is the Coast Guard Agency of UK. So, like that there are various flags. Our flag state control for Indian ships which are registered is Director General of Shipping. That means where the ship is registered, the Director General of Shipping, if the ship is registered in India, they have to ensure the ship follows all the safety regulations as per SOLAS, that is Safety of Life at Sea Convention, which comes under IMO. You are all aware of that. Then Classification Society. What is the job of the Classification Society? They have to ensure that the ship follows all the safety regulations as per IMO and as per the flag state regulations. Basically flag state regulations, they become signatory to any of these conventions passed by IMO because they are all members of the IMO. Then we have marine insurance industry. What does the insurance do? Let us start with classification. Now some owner wants to buy a ship. Suppose you want to buy a ship. Yes, you have the money. Money is normally for a ship is financed by the bank. It is not like buying a car. Of course, car also you get from the bank, but ships run into millions of dollars. Ships business is basically dealt with loan from the banks. Suppose you want to buy a ship, you go to the shipyard, you can choose a shipyard, many shipyards in the world, and you go and tell them, I would like to buy a ship. Yes, shipyard is very happy. For example, if it is Japanese shipyard, he goes to Japan and tells them, I would like to buy a ship, container ship, 20,000 TEU. So what will the shipyard say? Which flag state you would like to register your ship. That means the ship has to be registered. Otherwise, the ship cannot sail on the international waters. What is the meaning of registration? You have to register your car, you have to register your bus, you have to register your motorcycle, which is done on the shore. Your RTO, Regional Transport Officer, unless he gives you a registration, you cannot take your car or motorbike on the streets. So, if the police able to catch you, then you can be penalized under the Transport Department Act. You will be taken to court. Same thing happens with ship. If you fly a ship without registration, you can be ship can be arrested. Arrested means ship can be detained in any port. Then all that is impossible to happen to sail a ship without registration, because the shipyard will not build a ship. So, what will the shipyard do? Shipyard will ask which country you would like to register a ship. Yes, you say I would like to register in India, in Bombay. Okay. Then next they will ask you which classification society you are going to class your vessel under. Yes, so you say Indian Register of Shipping, it is a classification society. Then they want to know, once this is done, then once you start build, before you build the ship, the classification society will come to the shipyard along with a naval architect. They will sit with the shipyard, design the ship, lay the keel of the ship, build the ship till it completes, then it goes for sea trial. Then they will class the ship, giving an international certificate of class for the ships to ply. That is the first thing in registering ship, is you have to get a classification society international certificate of class. Once you get the classification society, then you have to insure your ship. If you do not insure your ship cannot ply. Nobody will be there to load cargo, because cargo insurance is based on the ship's insurance. So, the marine insurance people will also come and inspect the ship based on the classification survey report. They will also insure the ship. Once your ship is insured, then you go to your classification, then you go to your flag state, that is your Director General of Shipping in Bombay. Then you register a ship, because your Director General of Shipping is going to ask you for certificate of class from classification and marine insurance policy. Without that, you cannot register the ship. Same like you register your car or motorcycle, what does the RTO ask you? He wants to have your insurance and your invoice. That means what is the price of the motorcycle or car. Then only he will give you a registration number. Same goes with the ship as well. Alright. This is a basic fundamental of how the ship is built, registered, and how it goes on international waters. All this is fine. Then comes port state control, which is going to discuss about what is port state control. Now, like I told you, flag state is responsible for following IMO regulation, which comes under the Merchant Shipping Act of the respective country, that is Merchant Shipping Act of India, which gives you clearly all the rules and regulation with regard to ship safety, pollution prevention, etc., etc. And also it gives you the living conditions on board for the ship's officer and crew, which should have a minimum standard as per Maritime Labour Convention, short form MLC Convention. Flag state is the country where the ship is registered. For example, we are registered in India, we call Mumbai is the flag port of registry. Director General of Shipping, normally they are supposed to inspect the ship on various surveys, that is your safety equipment, load line, safety construction, ISM, various surveys are there on board the ship. But they normally entrust it to classification society, which they are authorized, recognized class society, that is for example Indian Register of Shipping is recognized, approved by DG Shipping. They give the job of surveying the ship, inspecting the ship, and ensure the ship is seaworthy all the time. Seaworthy means the ship cannot leave a port if the ship is not seaworthy. For example, if your hatch cover is leaking just before sailing, the ship cannot sail unless and until you repair the hatch cover. Suppose your lifeboat is not able to lower just before sailing, unless and until you are able to repair your lifeboat, the ship cannot sail. And that is the duty of the master, that is the captain of the ship. Now let us come to come to ship owner, who is registered the ship in Bombay. Now what is his duty? He has to ensure your ship is seaworthy all the time, which I told you just now. How will he going to do that? He has to make sure he puts proper certified officer, engineers, proper qualified ratings on board the ship, and to ensure the ship is maintained all the time. Otherwise what happens? Once a ship sails from the shipyard, for example, if he does not maintain the ship, for the ship is brand new, so he has to maintain the ship. If the ship goes to a foreign port, the port state control inspector can board the ship, inspect the ship, and even if your certificates are all valid, maybe your ship is brand new, but if he goes on board, if he finds that the hatch cover is leaking due to various reasons, new ship or the lifeboat is unable to lower, or your emergency generator is not starting, the port state control will detain the ship. Earlier, only until the certificate is, your trading certificate is expired, you may neglect your maintenance. So, ship owners were getting away with it, but now it is impossible. Every port signatory to the port state control inspection have every right, almost most of the countries have agreed. Suppose you go to Middle East, you go to Dubai, anywhere, port state control can come. You can go to Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, China, Australia, Europe, some parts of Africa, USA, the local marine department, port authorities can come and survey the ship. So, the ship owner or the ship management company which is running the ship for the ship owners will ensure that proper officers and crew on board the ship, proper supply of stores and spares are given, and proper maintenance is done, so that the ship is not held up in any port, because every minute costs money for a ship. The ship owner does not want the ship to be delayed in a port. Shipping is very competitive and the cost of the vessel is so high, the EMI installment he pays every month is very high. So, he has to at least manage to get back whatever he has invested in the ship as profit during end of the financial year. What is the aim of port state? What is the aim of the port state control? Every port state control want the elimination of substandard ships. Substandard ships means ship is not seaworthy. The living condition of officers, crew on board is very poor. Maintenance of the ship is very poor. So, the port state control, what do? They verify whether foreign vessels meet with international safety, security and environmental standards, and that crew members have adequate living and working conditions. Environmental, basically pollution control. You are not supposed to pollute the sea. You are supposed to store the oil, waste oil, and discharge to port facilities. So, port state control come to whichever port, international ports, and if the country is signatory to this convention, have every right to board the ship, inspect the ship, and if they feel if any of these criteria is not followed, they can detain the ship. So, what does port state what does the port state control do? If you look at the slide, it deals with three organizations. One is your ship owner, one is your classification society, another one is your flag state where the ship is registered. If any one of them overlook their duty, that means the classification society does not survey the ship properly. For example, if they didn't check the lifeboat is not lowering properly, they might have overlooked. And flag state, that is your where the ship is registered. If the flag state is not very strict about the regulations about following the IMO convention, safety convention, then it is very difficult for them to insist. So, there are many flags of convenience in the world, but most of them have come within the standard ships nowadays because of this port state control. Many of this flag of convenience, that is where the ship is registered for the sake of business, commercial business, and forgetting all the safety regulations. So, all these three organizations, the port state control basically inspects, surveys, checks in those ports whether all of them are doing their duties. If any one of them knowingly or unknowingly overlook their duties, port state control can spot that, identify and inform them. So, coming to the end of the lecture on port state control, what is the basic thing which we started? Elimination of substandard ships, that is ships which are unseaworthy. The ships cannot leave the port and cross the oceans carrying the cargo, because what happens when a ship sinks? Human life is lost, ship is lost, then you pollute, because when the ship sinks, it is carrying a lot of oil which can pollute the sea and the environment, all right. Then, so port state control basically comes, which basically checks on the flag state. What does the flag state do? When the ship is registered, this particular ship which was made in Japan by Director General of Shipping Bombay, they provide and implement maritime safety regulations as per Merchant Shipping Act. What is Merchant Shipping Act? Basically every country has to, whatever IMO regulations, you cannot make it into law. If you want to make it into law, it has to go through the parliament of the respective country. So Indian DG Shipping, when they sign this convention, accept the convention of port state control, that convention has to be passed in the parliament. Once it is passed in the parliament, agreed by Ministry of Shipping and the President, it will be made into a law which comes under Merchant Shipping Act. So all the ships, basically for example Indian ships, comes under Merchant Shipping Act. Like your Road Safety Act, all the cars, motorcycles, transport, they all come under Road Safety Act. Unless you make it into law, you cannot punish the offender. Simple, you can't take him to court, you cannot detain the ship. Classification Society, what do? They, flag state authorizes, recognizes classification to ensure the ship is maintaining the standards, safety standards and pollution prevention as per SOLAS, Safety of Life at Sea Convention, and the ship owner ensures that the classification society is able to do the survey on time, they are able to provide the support to the master and the crew with regard to properly certified qualified officers and crew, and stores, spares, etc., etc. So port state control basically brings all these three organizations together and make sure the ship is safe, safe sea, secure ships, so the safety of crew, safety of the ship and cleaner oceans, which is the basically motto of IMO, that is your safety of life at sea. Okay, thank you very much.